Hello, I'm Dr. Rosina and I'd like to welcome you back to the Inspired Children Life Skills for Kids series. Thanks so much for joining me. Today's topic is all about environmental and social understanding. We all want our kids to grow up to be good social citizens, and one of the things that's really important is that they can protect the environment not only for their generation but for future generations. I know it takes a little bit of time and kids don't learn straight away, but little by little, if you can keep encouraging them to do their little bit for the environment. One of the simple things that I've done ever since Cameron was really small is to talk to him about what is the difference between recyclables and what's the difference between items that go into the rubbish or into the garbage bin. Now we know that all of the garbage has to go into landfill and it really harms our environment. So the more we can explain that to our children, that we really want them to minimise the amount that goes into landfill and maximise the amount that goes into recycling. Now Cameron's a little guy, he's only 6 years old, so for many years we've been talking about, well, what is landfill, so that he really understands, so that he's motivated to do more recycling. And also understand about what recycling is. So whether your child is 6 or 16, you can spend some time just explaining what those two concepts are. You might even find that they know more about it than you do. So I often start my conversations with my children by asking them the question, what do you know about recycling? What do you know about landfill? And they might surprise you and especially make them feel very proud if they're going to be teaching you something new. So once you've heard what your children know about recycling or about landfill, if you can see that they don't have the knowledge and understanding, you can help them. So with landfill, what I tried to explain to Cameron was, imagine if every time we fill up our garbage bin and we put all the rubbish in there and we just tip that into our backyard, what it would look like. We'd have rubbish day after day, week after week, until the whole backyard was full of rubbish. And that's how you can explain what landfill is. We find an area where we continue not just putting our rubbish, but the neighbour's rubbish and the other neighbour's rubbish. So everybody's putting rubbish in this one spot. And the poor earth is being filled with rubbish. So the more we can recycle and not put items in the rubbish bin for landfill, the better. And that's when you can explain what is recyclable. Newspapers, cardboard, glass and aluminium, those kinds of things. And you can start to explain until your child knows whether or not it goes in the recycling bin or in the landfill. Thanks again for taking the time to listen to the Inspired Children Life Skills for Kids program. I've got so many more ideas. Please join me next week on the show.